And welcome back to the Eden Prairie Community Center. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of period number 2. It's the Irish against the Eagles right here on PSB Media. We'll have the drop of the puck in period number 2 coming up next, right here on Perfect Storm Broadcasting.
And we're joined by Rob Friend at the mulch store. Rob, a lot of people are finishing up those fall projects, whether it's trimming trees or getting rid of all those leaves. What can people do with those materials once they're done?
Well, they can bring their yard waste into any of our locations and dispose of it for a small fee. And after it's disposed of, we then process it and turn it into compost.
It's also a very easy, straightforward process to stop in at any of those mulch store locations, correct?
You just pull into any of the sites, you check in with the gate attendant and pay your small fee, and you're all set to go.
And if people would like more information about the great products and services the mulch store offers, what's your website?
mulchstoremn.com.
It's time now for a financial minute on PSB with Troy Knorr, the CEO of Alpha Investment Advisors, located just across from the Vikings training facility in Eden Prairie.
Troy Knorr here with Alpha Investment Advisors. Do you make a lot of money and just wonder where it goes? You are not alone. We work with many clients just like you. In fact, we have developed an exclusive program to address this issue, MoneyWorks. MoneyWorks is a 2-year financial plan. We take a look at what's coming in, what's going out, what you own, and what you owe, to help you get a handle on your finances. We project this out 2 years so you can see where you will be. We then go to work, making changes, and you will be able to see the effects of those changes 2 years from now. Give us a call today at 952-210-4072 to schedule a complimentary review to see if MoneyWorks is right for you. MoneyWorks, your path to financial stability.
Alpha Investment Advisors. Call 952-210-4072. Online at alpha-advise.com.
Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard, and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results of PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
And we're back here at the Eden Prairie Community Center, getting you set for period number 2 between the Irish and the Eagles right here on PSB Media. Glad to have you with us here on this Tuesday night. My name is Brett Johnson. Camera guy to my right is Krister Woodley, who's giving you the great video of tonight's matchup between Eden Prairie and Rosemount. 5-0, the Eagles with the lead. They held an 18-2 shot advantage in that first period. Eden Prairie will now be moving from left to right on your computer screen. Rosemount will be going from right to left. Coming up on Thursday, we'll have another Eden Prairie girls hockey game on the way for you, as they'll be taking on Lakeville South. Head coach of that Lakeville South team is former University of Minnesota great and Olympic gold medalist Natalie Darwitz. Always has competitive teams with the Lakeville South Cougars, and it should be a good matchup on the way on Thursday from Haas Arena in Lakeville. We'll have it for you right here on PSB Media. Jeff Garton and I will have play-by-play of that game coming up on Thursday. Rosemount, their next game is coming up, I believe, on Thursday as well, as Rosemount and their next game will, actually I lied, their next game is Saturday. They'll have another tough matchup. They'll hit the road and take on Wayzata at the Plymouth Ice Center. We're underway here in period number 2, as Rosemount will have the puck. Working from right to left, there's a shot, and that one scooped out of the air by the goaltender for the Eagles. Again, Alexa Dobchuk in for Eden Prairie. Coach Jamie Grossman very high on her, just an 8th grader, and she's very, very talented and more than capable of wearing the shoes of the great Mackenzie Johnson, who graduated last year. Whitney Paget, another goaltender for Eden Prairie, who will see some time this season. She played in the first game for the Eagles, stopping 13 of 14 shots against Elk River in a 3-1 victory for the Eagles in that game. Here's Charlie Dahlquist along the near wall into the corner. Lost her stick handle, though. Good defense played by fellow number 9 for Rosemount. Trying to get a name on that. Actually, it was number 8, Anna Lusum. Thrown out in front, and that shot just goes wide of the net. Over to Ridlin. Ridlin will send it back down to the end wall, just past the stick of Anna Johnson as it trickles into the near corner. Rosemount from their own end will tip it out into the neutral zone. Using the stick handle, though, was number 18, Killian Wilson. Here's the Irish from behind their own net. It'll be number 10 for the Irish. Hughes skating with the puck. She'll lose it, though, to Molinar of Eden Prairie. Molinar skates behind her own net and will forehand a pass over to Izzy Pursuit. Pursuit turned it over, though, and now here's Rosemount from the corner. Battle for the puck between 2 Irish and 2 Eagles players. Eden Prairie will come away with it as Rauge will bank it off the boards, and that will go just wide of the net for icing. Awfully risky play there by the netminder for Rosemount, number 29, Lauren Topior, but hey, it works out for her. That'll be an icing call against Eden Prairie, their first of the game, and a face-off down deep in the Irish end. With a little over 15 minutes to go here in the second period. Off the face-off, it's played into the corner. For Eden Prairie, it'll be Anna Gravel up ahead to Carly Molinar. Molinar not quite able to get down the length of the ice in time. It'll be another icing call against the Eagles. As we're now officially at 14:57 to go here in the second period. 5-0 Eden Prairie with the lead. In the face-off circle for Rosemount will be Alex Sarek. Sarek part of that second line for Rosemount that features Humboldt left and Rhodey out on that right wing. Trying to get it up to the point person, Lauren Rozak for Rosemount. It was turned over now, and Eden Prairie will send it into the Irish end where Angie Heppelman will give chase. Heppelman from behind the net will let a teammate get it now right in front on the doorstep, and that one saved by the goaltender, Lauren Topier. Good save. That one was sent right out in front. Let's see if we can get a look at that one here on our replay for you. And that chance for the Irish, or excuse me, the Eagles. Good save made there by Topier to cover it up. Well, the clock now at the rink isn't running, so I'll stop mine too. There's a shot deflected up into the air by Topior. And it's Josie Olson, the senior captain, battling for the puck along that advertising on the far side. It'll be worked over to Angie Heppelman. Heppelman spins into the corner. We'll try to shovel it over a teammate. Close quarters, though, to work with. And it's turned over to Feldseen. Feldseen has it tied up in her skates, comes away to Eden Prairie. Well, that clock running. As a tough pass there from Sammy Morton trying to get it to a teammate on that left side. Eden Prairie has to touch up. That'll allow the Irish to regroup. There's a one-touch pass up by Allison Carmen. A little too far, though, and now Dahlquist will not receive the pass cleanly. And here's the Irish with numbers. There's a shot and a save by the goaltender, Kovchuk. Pretty good chance there for the Irish, their best of the night so far. Let's take a look at that one again, how Rosemount was able to get that chance started. Eden Prairie just not able to get that pass cleanly, and the Irish rushed in with some numbers. Good shot fired there by number 10 of Rosemount. Andrea Hughes trying to get the Irish on the scoreboard. There's Lauren Boyle from her defensive position trying to work her way down low and center it. It was tipped away, though, by the Rosemount Irish. Now for Rosemount, it'll be Caitlin Miller banking it off the advertising, and that'll go down for icing. Email us in the broadcast booth during tonight's game. I'll read your messages on air. psbchannel2@gmail.com, or if you just want to keep it simple, you can click on that email the broadcast booth link right on our website next to the video of tonight's game. More than happy to read your messages on air, answer any questions you may have. Dahlquist off the face-off. I was about to say no one was home, but good hustle there by Lauren Boyle. Dahlquist kind of hit it to no man's land, but Boyle a very good skater. Now up top, there's a shot fired by Morton. Loose puck in front comes away to Rosemount. Eden Prairie will get it right back again up at center. Dahlquist up at the point to Boyle. Boyle, a weak shot through traffic, goes into the corner where it's Kate Ridlin. Ridlin will spin with it. Works her way. Face-off circle. There's a shot. Good block there by the goaltender for Rosemount. Tapior. Eden Prairie again. And a goal! Kate Ridlin off the centering pass. And looks like Charlie Dahlquist, and Eden Prairie's on the scoreboard again as they take a 6-0 lead. We'll look here at that good pass to set up that goal for Eden Prairie, as Kate Ridlin's able to score. So 13 minutes to go here in period number 2, with Eden Prairie now out to a 6-0 lead. Dahlquist did indeed set up Ridland on that goal for Kate Ridlin. That's her second goal of the season. She also had one against Elk River on Saturday. Ridlin last season for Eden Prairie had 7 goals and 8 assists. Seeing a lot of time on that second line, which really played well at the end of the season for Eden Prairie. 2-on-1, Anna Gravel. A shot and a big blocker save made there by Lauren Tapior. There's another shot. That one's turned away by Tapior right into her pads. Had a good game so far here against a barrage of shots. Topper, just a junior goaltender for Rosemount. Another year of eligibility left. Molinar will fire one into the skates of an Irish defender. With a little under 12 minutes to go here in the second period. Into the corner for the Eagles. They'll try to send it up top to the point, but doesn't quite get there. Kristen Hengler. And the player falls to the ice. Play continues. Some Rosemount fans wanted a penalty. They don't get one. And now Hengler gets trapped up. Eden Prairie fans now want a penalty, and this time they are going to get one. So we're going to look here at the Eden Prairie power play unit for the first time tonight. Eden Prairie, a decent power play last season. We're going to pull up their numbers. Eden Prairie on the power play last year converted at 17.2%. This year they're 2 for 4 on the power play as they scored a couple of special team goals against Elk River. So on the power play unit here for Eden Prairie, it'll be Dahlquist, Josie Olson, and Angie Heppelman on defense. Kristen Hengler and Lauren Boyle. There's a shot, big save there made by goaltender Topper. Right in front, Josie Olson on the doorstep, tried to bank one in, didn't go in. Now back to Angie Heppelman. Here's Heppelman, works her way to the face-off circle, then sends it back down low. Over to the weak side point and back over to Boyle. Boyle had that pass tip up into the air. Dahlquist able to maintain possession. Great pass over to Josie Olson. Couldn't quite connect on that one. Olson had a great chance. And now Heppelman will skate with it. Now Dahlquist back to Heppelman. Heppelman a shot. That one's blocked. And by Allison Carmen. Eden Prairie with a minute 8 to go here on the power play. They send it up to Lauren Boyle. Can't quite hold it in the zone. And Eden Prairie will have to regroup as this power play halfway old here for the Eagles. Here's Heppelman from the left wing. Heppelman will skate behind the net, send it over to Josie Olson. Olson to Heppelman. Heppelman works her way into the circle. Now to center. Finds Dahlquist. Her shot tipped away. She'll get it back, though. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Heppelman. Dahlquist. Back to Heppelman, and a goal! How often have they done that over their careers? Many, many times. It's a goal. Dahlquist and Heppelman hooking up, and they give Eden Prairie a 7-0 lead. There's beautiful puck movement between those two on that give and go. As Dahlquist finds Heppelman in the middle, and Eden Prairie up 7-0. Rosemount now full strength. As Eden Prairie will win the faceoff. Again, Dahlquist and Heppelman, two players who have played together for a long, long time through the youth system. For Angie Heppelman, third goal of the season. For the Eagles, it'll be Erstad who lost the puck. And nearly a turnover at the blue line. As number 34 for the Irish would have had a chance to go the other way. There's Jamara's shot, and that one goes in. Tough break there for the goaltender. Lauren Topper just lost that one. And Eden Prairie gets an 8-0 lead. That was a tough shot that the goaltender Topper just didn't quite save. Gotta look at that one again, see if we can rewind it. Looks like she may have actually been screened by a teammate, Alex Surik, on that shot. That certainly didn't help matters out. And you get those teammates right in your vision, makes it tough on any goaltender. And it's now 8-0 Eagles. And now the other way for Eden Prairie. Here comes Hystad. Hystad will lose it though. Good defense played by Gentry Bacon of the Irish to break that one up. A great job, as Hystad had a pretty good chance to get that 9th goal on a breakaway. And Hystad not giving up on the play. I should say on that last goal, it was Claire Jamar getting her first goal of the season. Jamar only had 1 point last season for Eden Prairie. It was an assist, so actually I believe that's her first varsity goal of her career. So congratulations to Claire Jamar. Approaching the midway point here of period number 2. Comes into the skates of Molinar and out towards center ice. Now Rosemount on a rush, they'll lose it. There's Eden Prairie going the other way, but it's deflected back out to neutral as back and forth we go as it's tipped up into the air to Anna Gravel. Gravel to Molinar, now back to Anna Gravel. Gravel from behind the net throws it in front, and it's covered up by Lauren Topper. Broadcast today is also brought to you by Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results. They have programs individualized to whatever sport you play to help your performance on the field the right way. They have state-of-the-art technology at their facility in Eden Prairie in the Golden Triangle area. Great way to rehab from injuries and also get that extra edge at an affordable price. Performance Therapy Innovations, they're on the web at athletespti.com. And look at a whistle here with 7:54 to go in the period. And a face-off down deep in the Eden Prairie end. Sarek on the face-off for Rosemount. And over to Molinar. Takes possession for Eden Prairie. Good pass, and couldn't quite finish it off as Rogie was looking for her second goal of the game. Also had a teammate over on that right side. Good pass and good vision shown there by Eden Prairie. Anna Gravel was also on that right side on that last rush. Here's Rogie. Rogie, a shot that just goes wide through traffic, somehow was able to get that shot off. As Naomi Rogie, just a freshman, has been impressive so far in this game. It's Anna Johnson from the circle. She'll throw it in front of the net, and that one goes to the end wall. 7:05 to go here in period number 2. More pressure being put on here by the Eagles. There's a shot through some bodies that found its way through. Turned away, though, by Topor. Irish with a chance now to clear the zone. Good job to hold it in, though, by Kate Ridland, and the pressure continues. Dahlquist and Anna Johnson also down there for Eden Prairie. It's Ridland. Kate Ridland on her backhand. Will send it behind the net. Fanning on a backhand shot was Charlie Dahlquist. Dahlquist centers it in front to Ridland. Got a stick on it. So did a Rosemount defenseman. It's tipped up with 6:20 to go here in the second period. 8-0 Eden Prairie with the lead as it's sent back behind the net, where it'll be retrieved by Sam Rohde. Rohde not able to clear it. That one looked like it came outside the blue line. The referee said no, but it doesn't matter. As we'll get a whistle now with 6:05 to go here in the second period. Again, glad to have you with us here on PSB Media, as we'll have 16 of the 25 Eden Prairie girls hockey games this season, including coverage of the Eagles' midwinter meltdown and any section tournament play that Eden Prairie might have. Injured player down on the ice. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school hockey right here on PSB Media.
Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard, and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results at PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results. We're speaking with Rob Friend at the mulch store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the mulch store to drop off those materials? Or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
And we're joined by Stephen Tasler of Keller Williams Realty. Stephen, going to ask you a very simple question. What makes a good realtor?
In my opinion, being a good realtor is one that communicates. It's not just talking to your client on a regular basis, which is very important, but also making the client aware of all the possibilities that could happen or could go wrong with a deal that you're working with. I always give my clients a list of a lot of the possible things that could go wrong so that they see ahead of time the things that could happen. My job as a realtor is to recognize and see all of those potential pitfalls and to eliminate them and make the home buying process as smooth as possible.
And that's Stephen Tasler with Keller Williams Realty. Online at StephenTasler.com.
And we're back here on PSB Media as an injured Rosemount player was just helped off the ice. It was number 20 and another number that I couldn't quite see through the ponytail, but she was shaken up and fortunately was able to get off the ice on her own power. And a very cool thing from Angie Heppelman went over to make sure the injured Rosemount player was okay during that commercial break. As those two may have been involved in a collision. Didn't quite see it myself as it was away from the puck, it looked like. But looks like the Rosemount player shaken up, but fortunately was able to get off the ice okay, and unfortunately didn't quite catch the number. It was a player with a number in the 20s. 5:22 to go here in the second period. 8-0 Eden Prairie with the lead. There's Allison Koloski up ahead to Angie Heppelman, who will bank it into the end. Heppelman from the corner Surveys the ice and gets it to Koloski. Koloski to Ashley Astor. He'll send that behind the net. Thrown out in front, but nobody home. And now for Rosemount, O'Connell. Will be sent right back into the Irish end. Will be retrieved by Rozak. Rozak misfires on that pass, and now Isabel Brassu will skate with it as she'll get that to another newcomer on the team, Lauren Oberly. And Eden Prairie gets the goal at the 4:36 mark and takes a 9-0 lead. We'll take a look at that goal for Eden Prairie. There's Jamar, who fell down, but a player there to clean things up for the Eagles as they now take that 9-0 lead. That one actually on the power play it looked like as well, as a Rosemount player just came out of the box. Rosemount from behind their own end. It'll be number 3 trying to bank it, but not quite out. And a Walt with the goal for Eden Prairie. First of her career. Rosemount into the Eden Prairie end. And the skates and now behind the net. Here's Oberly. Oberly for Eden Prairie. Will skate with it into the Irish end and into the corner. Oberly tried to center it. Number of Irish players there to block that centering attempt. Losing the puck was Rogie. Now Eden Prairie with 3:40 to go. Molinar working their way into the Irish end. Oh, Molinar now behind the net. Good defense played by the Irish, and now Ryder's able to clear that out towards center. Lauren Boyle will wait for the rest of her teammates to regroup as they go off on a change. Quickly ahead to Anna Gravel. Here's Gravel with a break. Doesn't have a good angle. Good defense played there by a number 18. William Wilson to cut off that chance for Anna Gravel on that break. Right back to work, though, as they throw it in front of Rogie. A whistle, though, with 3:04 to go. And we make it a penalty now on the Rosemount Irish, and indeed we do. As going to the box, it looks like it'll be Alien Wilson. Look here at the Eden Prairie power play unit, now 3 for 5 here on this very young season. And that's for much better than a 60% conversion on your power play. Brassu was shot, that one's turned away by Topor. Eden Prairie will maintain possession. And that one's finally tipped out of the zone, and now Rosemount with a chance short-handed. And Brassu, a good job to fight the Rosemount player off the puck. Brassu, one of the taller players you'll find in high school hockey, took advantage of her size on that one. Now it's Allison Koloski. Spin around and survey the ice. Spins a second time and sends that into the corner. Now up to the point. And Brassu. Brassu down to a teammate. Now back to Brassu. Brassu to the weak side to Ridlin. Her shot block comes right back to Brassu. Weak shot through traffic. Still a loose puck in front. Now it's finally covered up. As we have 1:12 to go here on the power play. Now the number 1 power play unit, Boyle, fires a big slap shot and a glove save made by Lauren Topor. A lot of talented players up on that first power play unit for Eden Prairie. Boyle up at the point. Dahlquist, Heppelman now back to Lauren Boyle. Fires another slap shot, and that one's patted away by Topor. 45 seconds to go on the Eden Prairie power play. And they just couldn't quite get it to Josie Olson. Another one that's tipped away. About a half minute to go on the Eden Prairie man advantage. It's Charlie Dahlquist skating with it into the Irish end. There's Dahlquist to Heppelman. Angie Heppelman up to Boyle at the point. Boyle will shoot one into the belly of the goaltender Toper for a save. As 21 seconds remain on the EP power play. Broadcast today is also brought to you by Alpha Investment Advisors. They're online at alpha-advise.com. They have a new program called MoneyWorks, which can help you grow 3 months of cash reserves, pay down consumer debt, and just develop overall better spending habits. It's alpha-advise.com. With Troy Knorr over at Alpha Investment Advisors. 14 seconds remain here on the power play. Eden Prairie will leave that number 1 power play unit out on the ice for Rosemount. They'll have their number 1 penalty kill unit on the ice. As that one's deflected up into the air. Becca Berg fired that shot for Eden Prairie. That shot's turned away, and now Rosemount is full strength. And now we'll get a whistle. With just under a minute to go here in period number 1, or 2 I should say. 51 seconds is what the official clock says, so we'll get our setup for that one as well. Off the face-off, it's won by Eden Prairie. The collision out at the Rosemount blue line. Comes away to a number 4, Kaylin Miller. It's played into the end where it'll be Ashley Astor. Up ahead to Boyle. And now falling to the ice will be Lauren Oberly. Just about 20 seconds to go here in the period. Maybe another chance here for Eden Prairie as that shot is fired over the net. Now sent back to the end wall. Under 10 to go here in the period. And Rosemount will try to clear it for the last couple of seconds here in the period, and that'll do it for the second, as Eden Prairie has a 9-0 lead right here on PSB Media.
Shots on goal suffering from the second period. Eden Prairie
Eden Prairie
with 23.
fired 23 shots on goal. And the Irish fired 4 shots, so 23-4, the shot advantage for Eden Prairie in the second period. Unofficially, the shots on goal are 41-6 in favor of the Eagles. Take a timeout and have some thoughts to pass along to you, and also our more information about our broadcast schedule here this winter on PSB Media. That's coming up next. Stay tuned.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard, and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results of PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results.
There are many ways to get fit at Healthy Training. Ellie Johnson spills some of those secrets.
When you're here, you're working with a personal trainer. It's a one-on-one environment. You know that program is customized to you so that you can achieve your goals and concentrating on the exercises you're doing without having to worry about the hustle and bustle of what's going on in the gym. We offer group personal training too, so you can come in, we've got a mother and daughter that come in, or a husband and wife that join together for a session, which is a great option. But we also have our group fitness classes. So we offer our boot camp classes, we've got Zumba classes, and we also have a yoga class. So the kind of differences between those is just like our personal training, we want to customize it to the individual. So we keep the class sizes small. Our instructors are certified personal trainers. You can be spending as little as $60 a month, upwards of a few hundred if you really need that individual guidance for most of your workouts. But very, very cost comparative to a lot of the other kind of bigger box places around the area.
Located south of 62 on Edenvale Boulevard, online at healthy-training.com.
And we're joined by Rob Friend at the mulch store. Rob, a lot of people are finishing up those fall projects, whether it's trimming trees or getting rid of all those leaves. What can people do with those materials once they're done?
Well, they can bring their yard waste into any of our locations and dispose of it for a small fee. And after it's disposed of, we then process it and turn it into compost.
It's also a very easy, straightforward process to stop in at any of those mulch store locations, correct?
You just pull into any of the sites, you check in with the gate attendant and pay your small fee, and you're all set to go.
And if people would like more information about the great products and services the mulch store offers, what's your website?
mulchstoremn.com.
And we're back here live at the Eden Prairie Community Center for girls high school hockey. 9-0 Eden Prairie with the lead over the Rosemount Irish. And the Eagles hold a 41-6 shot advantage here in this hockey game. Like full stats on this game, you can always visit the Girls High School Hockey Hub. They're one of our media partners this season. They'll tabulate all the stats throughout the entire season. Just Google Girls Hockey Hub, and then you can search for either Eden Prairie or Rosemount, depending on which team you're cheering for this evening. Well, coming up this winter here on PSB, our coverage will again include most of the Eden Prairie girls hockey games. You can find that full broadcast schedule on that drop-down menu on psbmn.com under Team/Sports. Just find Eden Prairie, then Winter Sports, and Eden Prairie Girls Hockey. Take a look at what games we're broadcasting so you can mark those down on your calendar. This season we'll also be teaming up with the Min Hockey Center to cover every Eden Prairie boys hockey game this season. We're still trying to figure out who's going to be covering what, but between the media partnership we have with the Min Hockey Center, we'll have every Eden Prairie boys hockey game to bring you this season. Also have coverage of about 10 basketball games between the boys and the girls for EP, as well as some other events, including wrestling, gymnastics, and we may even try to get outside to cover a skiing meet of all things. Still trying to work everything out for that, but we're hoping to be able to do that in January. Coverage area, in case you're new this season or maybe haven't tuned in since last winter for the Eden Prairie girls hockey team, we also are now covering Bloomington Jefferson and Bloomington Kennedy. Covering many of their winter sports. We'll have just about every hockey home game as well as some other basketball and wrestling events covered. In fact, we already have our first Bloomington Jefferson girls hockey game coming your way on Thursday, as they'll be playing host to a team coming up on Thursday evening. Kevin Ford with the call of that game. They'll actually be taking on a Lake Conference squad from Wayzata on Thursday at 7 o'clock. We'll, of course, also have Eden Prairie at Lakeville South as well on Thursday. And if you're still following the Eden Prairie football team, they take on Totino Grace on Friday at 7 o'clock. On our website, we'll provide a link to the Prep 45 feed of the game, as they have exclusive video rights to that game. So we'll have a link to that game if you want to follow along with the Eden Prairie football team as well, right here on psbmn.com. So kind of a rundown of what's going on here at PSB Media this winter. And you can use that Team Sports drop-down menu to find individual team schedules, or otherwise just click on that schedule button on the top menu, and that has the full list of all the Eden Prairie, Jefferson, and Kennedy events that we'll be covering this winter. Take another time out and have some more on the way for you before we get to the third period. This is girls high school hockey right here on PSB Media. Well, welcome back into Eden Prairie Community Center as we're just about ready for the third period, I should say. We'll have it coming up next right here on PSB Media.
Think about the best athletes in the world, no matter the sport. How did they rise above the competition? These athletes didn't get to the top of their game on talent alone. They trained hard, and they trained right. PTI will work with your athlete to reach new heights. They'll get a high-level customized program from a skilled professional who truly cares about and understands your athlete's needs. The results of PTI will give your son or daughter the confidence and determination to unleash their full potential. Performance Therapy Innovations, where athletes get results.
And we're back here on PSB Media, and due to the score, we will have running time here in period number 3, with Eden Prairie holding greater than a 6-goal advantage here with a 9-0 lead, so that clock will run here during the entire third period, so this one's going to zoom on by. As deflecting it into the Rosemount zone is Lauren Oberly. Well, for Eden Prairie, likely will move to 2-0 on the season. Last year they also got off to a quick start. They began the season on a 15-game unbeaten streak before they ran into some tougher competition towards the latter stages of the season once they got into Lake Conference play. Rosemount, on the other hand, started slow last season, but actually really played well towards the end of the year last year. They won 3 of their last 4 games. Made it all the way to the Section 2 quarterfinals, where they lost to the number 1 seed in Section 2, Egan, 5-4 in overtime, which was a big surprise since Rosemount was the number 8 seed, and Egan was the number 1 seed in that tournament. That one's thrown out in front, and a goal is scored by Eden Prairie as they take a 10-0 lead. As it looks like Anna Gravel will get credit for the goal for Eden Prairie on that one. And grab that on replay for you. Yeah, just Gravel fighting her way towards front and getting the goal as put Eden Prairie up 10-0. For Anna Gravel, last season she had just 6 points on 2 goals and 4 assists, so she's happy to be back on the score sheet again this season. As Rogie will send that over to the right side, send it in front to Carly Molinar, who apparently doesn't score. I thought that one crossed the end line. Referee says no. Well, play continues. Molinar thought she had a goal on the season. She had 6 points last year for the Eagles. That one's banked off the advertising, and it'll be an icing against Rosemount. Interesting numbers here on the Rosemount girls hockey team. They only scored more than 3 goals 9 times last season, but 5 of those 9 times when they scored 3 or more goals came in the final 5 games of the season. So it was an Irish team which showed some improvement late in the season. Unfortunately tonight they're running into an Eden Prairie girls hockey team which is rated number 5 in the state. Team that will be favored to definitely go back to the state tournament and be among the state tournament favorites this season. Rosemount, on the other hand, again just trying to change the culture for their girls hockey team, according to first-year head coach Tom Conboy. Very young team. Says any success they have this season will be earned with hard work, effort, and execution. The team is led by their senior captains Kristen Ruger and also Natalie Deeg and junior goaltender Lauren Tober. It goes into the end wall of the Irish zone. How about this for an interesting note too? Try to get his girls ready for the season. Tom Conboy actually had his team practice at 5:15 in the morning several times this season. It's a way to get your legs moving in the morning. That one's shot wide of the net. and played out to the neutral zone. It'll be sent into the Irish zone. Giving chase for Rosemount will be number 18, Halen Wilson. Intercepted by Rogie. Rogie works her way in front around one Rosemount player, and loose puck is finally covered up by Lauren Toper, as we'll get a whistle here with about 12:35 to go in period number 3. Eden Prairie out to a comfortable 10-0 lead, as we'll have running time the remainder of the game. Unless Rosemount were to have an offensive explosion, you have to get that deficit under 6 goals to get back to stop time. Rogie fires another shot. That one was almost redirected into the net by, I believe for Eden Prairie, that was Allison Koloski who nearly deflected that one in. And a puck tied up near the Rosemount bench. It'll come away to Becca Bird. Boyle at her own blue line. Boyle will send it up the right side. There's a collision near the Rosemount bench involving number 10, Andrea Hughes, and a couple of Eden Prairie players. Molinar will try a little no-look pass, but nobody's home for that. Rosemount the other way, 2-on-3. They'll give it over to number 34. Just up here on the varsity roster. He fires a weak shot that's turned away by the goaltender for Eden Prairie tonight. Again, they're playing the 8th grader, Alexa Dubchik. Haven't seen a whole lot of action in this one, but Coach Jamie Grossman very high on her between the pipes. Interesting to see who might settle in as the number 1 goaltender for Eden Prairie this season. In the absence of Mackenzie Johnson, who's now playing Division I college hockey for Colgate this season. Other graduating seniors from last year's squad for Eden Prairie included Tess Rail, a defenseman, and also Amy Paulson. Spent time on the 3rd and also occasionally the 2nd line for Eden Prairie. The Eden Prairie squad that just 2 years ago finished below 500. Going to the state tournament last year. There's a shot from the point by Ashley Astor, which is blocked. Comes back to Astor, who will just tip it into the corner. And now still a battle for it down in the corner. It'll be Charlie Dahlquist to Angie Heppelman. Heppelman tried to send it to the point on a very light pass, which was picked off by Rosemount. Eden Prairie not putting on the gas like they were in the first 2 periods. Trying some fancy passes here in this 10-0 game to work on some skills. That one is scooped out of the air by Domchuk. We'll get a whistle with 9:34 to go. Eagles do have 3 goaltenders on their roster, and there are 3 youngsters. Alexa Dubchuk playing tonight. Also, Elizabeth Kupacek, who hasn't seen any action yet this season. She's a freshman. And they also have Whitney Padgett, the sophomore, who played in the Elk River game, stopping 13 of 14 shots. Working her way into the Eden Prairie zone is number 11. We don't have a name for that player. Ashley Astor wore number 11 last season, but she switched to number 15 this year. And that'll be sent into the Eden Prairie zone to Lauren Boyle. 8:45 to go here in the 3rd period. And tip it up to the point. And come away here to Claire Jamar. Jamar, a good pass over to 26, who fires a shot, and Jamar will tip it into the net as a delayed penalty was called. Abby Heistead, I believe, will get an assist on that one for Eden Prairie as they take an 11-0 lead. And worked there by a couple of young players on this Eden Prairie squad. Let's go ahead and grab that on replay for you. Heistead kind of awkwardly just threw it at the net, but hey, it was still a good play, as Jamar was able to clean things up for Eden Prairie and score her 2nd goal on the night. Well, by my count, I have 11 on the scoreboard. They only have 10. The clock will continue to run. Well, I gotta go with what the official scoreboard says. They have 10 on the board for Eden Prairie. Unless they waved that one off. Yeah, I didn't think they did. And here's Eden Prairie working their way into the Rosemount end. Loose puck comes away to Ridlin. Ridlin through some traffic. Tried to shoot one, but it was blocked. Ridlin will give battle for it, but it's shoveled out of the zone by number 25 for Rosemount, Abby Emerson. Well, Abby Highstead will get credit for the goal. For Highstead, that's her first goal in her varsity career. Congratulations to her, seeing some time on the varsity roster for the first time in her career. She's a junior on the Eden Prairie squad this season, as the Eagles will bank it off the advertising and out to the neutral zone where the Irish will regroup. And send it up ahead to number 4. Who will just tip it into an Eden Prairie player. It's Caden Miller for Rosemount. Seeing a lot of ice time in this game. Just an 8th grader, so certainly has a chance to be a good player later in her career. Again, a very, very young Rosemount roster, to say the least. Between their JV and varsity programs, they have 31 players, and 20 of those 31 players are in 9th grade or younger. There's Eden Prairie from behind their own net. Molinar will send it back down low to Anna Gravel. Gravel swatting at the puck, and it's covered up by Lauren Toper for the save with a little over 6 minutes to go here in this hockey game. And we'll have coverage of Eden Prairie versus Lakeville South coming up on Thursday right here on PSB Media. Looking forward to that game. Natalie Darwitz and her Cougars will take on Eden Prairie. Lakeville South is rated number 15 in the preseason poll. Finally did put that 11th goal on the scoreboard. Took him a little while, but it is officially now 11-0 Eden Prairie with the lead. And if you're Rosemount, you're just trying to learn for the future with all these young players. And it can be frustrating for some of the seniors on the roster, like Kate Sullivan, also Kristen Ryder, among others. Foundation for the future, and no tougher draw than facing the number 5 team in the state in only your second game of the season with a very young team. And with that said, Eden Prairie is going to go on the power play. Eagles already have a couple of power play goals in this game so far, as Andrea Hughes was assessed the penalty for the Irish. Sammy Morton on defense here on this power play for Eden Prairie. And we'll look here at another power play unit for the Eagles. As Heppelman. Heppelman over to the far side where Eden Prairie will have the puck. Near that face-off circle. Trying to throw it in front to Josie Olson. Didn't receive the pass cleanly. Now back to the point. Number 18 for the Eagles, another player up from the JV roster, trying to throw one on net. Didn't work out though. Almost picked off. Eden Prairie able to maintain possession, as they'll work with it behind the end line. Throw it in front, nobody home, and now Ryder will have a chance to clear things out for the Irish. In fact, they'll have a 2-on-2 short-handed, but good job back-checking there by Angie Heppelman. Now here come the Eagles going the other way. Heppelman will lose her stick handle though to Ryder. Eagles will have to touch up at the blue line. 35 seconds to go on the power play, and 3:14 to go here in the hockey game. There's Eden Prairie from their own end wall. Fanning on a clearing attempt was number 16 for the Eagles, Kristen Hengler. Dahlquist tries to one-touch it to Lauren Boyle. And they'll get it up ahead to Angie Heppelman, who's a mile off sides, with 2:45 to go here in the third period. Not the easiest offsides call you'll ever have. As Rosemount is now full strength. Off the face-off, won by Eden Prairie. That'll be number 27 throwing one on, Becca Berg. Penalties being called here against the Rosemount. Another power play chance here for Eden Prairie. That one nearly bounces into the net. Took kind of a weird deflection and a weird bounce, but it scooped up the goaltender, Lauren Toper. So we have a minute 55 to go as now Garish throwing some frustration as Allison Carmen will go to the penalty box. Kate Ridlin will guide her players around here on this power play unit. They'll win the face-off and get it up to the point. Now on the left side from the corner. And hit into the boards. Eden Prairie will get possession. And now a goal scored on the power play off of a deflection. Look at that goal on replay as it was just thrown out in front. Anna Johnson looks like we'll get an assist, and they might give Ashley Astor the goal. And 12-0 Eden Prairie with the lead as we're down to a minute to go here in the game. And Ashley Astor does indeed get the goal for Eden Prairie, as Ridlin will get the assist. Puck in the far corner. And get it up to the point. They'll fire a shot. And with Sammy Morton, it was blocked. Another shot tried to put on by Becca Berg, and that one was blocked as well. Oberle from the corner. Well, backhanded down low. There's a shot off the outside of the goal post by number 11 for the Eagles. Time running out here in this game. Another one. That's shot wide of the net. 15 seconds to go. 12-0 Eden Prairie with the lead as they'll move to 2-0 on the season. Oberle trying to work her way out in front. Rosemount able to clear the puck, and that will pretty much do it here from the community center as Eden Prairie will win this game 12-0 over Rosemount. We'll have the Sun Current post-game show on the way next right here on PSB Media.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
And welcome back here to Eden Prairie Community Center on the Sun Current post-game show, your community news leader for over 50 years. They're now mobile friendly at the Sun Current. Go to their website at current.mnsun.com as you can find all sorts of information about Eden Prairie and the rest of the Southwest Metro high school sports scene. Solid effort here for Eden Prairie in that 12-0 victory over the Rosemount Irish. They'll move to 2-0 on the season. Rosemount drops to 0-2. Next game for Rosemount is on Saturday when they'll take on Wayzata. Eden Prairie will play on Thursday when they take on Lakeville South from Haas Arena. We'll have coverage for that game for you right here on PSB Media. Congratulations to a number of Eden Prairie players who scored their first varsity goals of their careers, including Abby Hystad and also Claire Jamar, among others that were able to notch their first ever goals here in this game against Rosemount. So, hopefully you had fun tuning into our coverage here of Eden Prairie Girls High School Hockey, as we'll have more games for you all season long here on PSB Media. Just go to the website, psbmn.com, check the schedule to see when the Eagles will be broadcasted again right here on PSB Media. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game, including the Mulch Store, Performance Therapy Innovations, Alpha Investment Advisors, the Sun Current, Home Video Studio, BEC TV, and the Tavern on 4 and 5. For Crystal Woodley, this is Brett Johnson signing off. Have a good night.
Thanks for tuning in to live local play-by-play coverage of the Eagles High School sports. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, the Mulch Store, Alpha Investment Advisors, Performance Therapy Innovations, Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office, and Healthy Training. Keep it tuned to PSBMN.com for more broadcasts of Eagles High School sports.